Good day, everyone. My name is Bribe Jupiter, and I have a little bit of news to share with you all today. Yesterday, the closed beta test for Citadel, Forward to the Fire, was going on, and as such, I did my best to gather as much information as I could, because, I didn't get into it. So, this is all the information that I could gather. When you join the server, there are 3 different spawns you start at, one in the west, central, and eastern regions of the map. They're all in the south. The further north you get, the harder the enemies will be. The map actually seems quite big, but with fast travel, animal riding, and broomsticks, the map can be traversed quite easily. More on that later. The tutorial system is quite bare bones, and does not seem to be very helpful, but hopefully this will be fixed in the future. So far, the game's looking great, and I can't wait to be able to play it when it comes out. As I will be on a trip over next weekend, I won't be able to play the next beta, but don't fret, I will be back day 1, and I'll be streaming like crazy, and doing a whole bunch of other stuff. One thing to look out for when the game releases is griefers, trolls, and PvP kill-on-sighters. But judging from Citadel's Discord, link in the description, I don't think this will be a huge problem as people are starting to realize and work together to keep this from happening. Some are even talking about establishing a guild to protect newbies, as you can get overpowered exceptionally fast so far. Like, way too fast. Around level 20, you start to get extremely powerful. Also, the Uncharted lands that they are talking about will definitely bring more to the game and make it so much better. Though I really do like the map so far. The fast travel system in Citadel is actually quite interesting. It's like way shrines from ESO. As you move around the map, you can find towers, not followers, with a big orb-like thing at the top that you can use to travel to any other fast travel tower in the world. I don't really remember what they're called. That you have as long as they are previously discovered. Kind of like, well, yeah, way shrines in ESO. Also, in the future, you will be able to ride animals by putting a saddle on them. It's not quite clear how this will work, as saddles are not included with the first beta. But we do know that you will first have to tame the beast you're riding, no surprise there. Broomsticks, from what I've seen, actually seem to move pretty fast, but that comes with a very hefty price. The mana cost for broomsticks is massive and will drain your mana very fast at a very high rate. So high, some people don't even consider it worth it to use a broomstick, but hopefully this will be nerfed in the future. The broomsticks do look to be super cool, and I would very much look forward to riding them. Leveling. Overall, people have mixed thoughts about the leveling system, but one thing in common is that building is regarded as the best way to level, with it giving players the most XP. It does seem to be pretty grindy, as you can unlock things in different tier levels. A tier is every 5 levels, so in between those levels, the only reward from leveling up is satisfaction and knowledge points. Which, I think it'd be more cool if you could earn stuff every level, but that's just me. The knowledge points are used for upgrades in the skill trees, and I think the skill trees have been done very well. Better than in most games. Here's Edge Catalyst! I was looking forward to playing the gauntlets, as they are the most innovative weapons in the game. I've never really seen anything like them otherwise. So far, they seem underpowered and are outclassed by something like the staff. They could use a buff. Unless this is intentional to make the gauntlets a high-level weapon, they could definitely use a buff. Because I know you have to be a high level to chuck buildings, but because I think you use it. No, I don't know. I'm not sure if you use the gauntlets for that. I'll check out that later. But otherwise, staves seem to be the most popular weapon in the game right before wands. Staves are great for ranged and damage and other ranged skills. One thing to note, however, is that when in third-person mode, you can aim behind you and easily kite enemies from a safe distance. I think this is a bit overpowered, and I believe the game is meant to be played in first person. I'm a little bit disappointed. Most people play in third, but third person is very overpowered right now. A couple of ways to fix this would be to make it so your player always faces the direction of the camera. Or you can make a quick turnaround button, like in Mirror's Edge. You could press Q, and you'd look immediately 100 degrees behind you. I think that would be a pretty cool thing you could do here. Because you could turn around quickly, blast an enemy, then turn around again. Wands. Wands seem to be the second favorite weapon that players can use, as they are also good at attacking from a distance. They are good at rapid fire attacks, though they do less damage than staves. They do remind me a lot of Harry Potter, though. Expecto Patronus! I think. I'm pretty sure that's a spell. Yeah, I read the Harry Potter books years ago. Sure, I read them again. They are really, really good. But last but not least, melee weapons. Melee is a weapon choice that does the most damage and is probably the most overpowered. They can even attack using magic from a small distance too, like sort of like sending out a shockwave maybe. If you want something up close and personal though, I would suggest using an axe. And building. I've been watching a lot of people and all the different and I've seen all the different pieces people are using to build. And I think the variety is a very, very good thing. I like that. As a new player, you don't get health and magic regeneration, which personally I like as it makes you work for it. So a good thing to do for newbies is to build it by a mana or health lake. Mana lakes are more powerful though, because you can do more with mana, you know. But also there are naturally spawning acid lakes as well. But I would suggest not building in those as it will probably kill you. It does seem overpowered to build in a mana lake, which is something they are definitely going to nerf. Take Ace Helix, for example. He built his house within a mana lake. So maybe if they put, like, mobs or something in there, it would keep people, from building in it, but they could still, you know, like, they could still build by it and get a mana refill when they needed to. Or they could make it so mobs go into the lake. That'd be probably another way that could help it. Sadly, though, the caves in the game aren't very overwhelming, which is something I hope they change. I would really like to see, like, huge, sprawling cave systems, and then, so there'd be like a maze, it'd be difficult to get out of, but if you get to the bottom of it, maybe there'd be, like, some sort of huge treasure or something. I think that would be very cool. It would also be interesting if you could build in caves, though I understand why they don't want you to. I really like the building system, glitchy as it is, because, like, you have to, once you build something, it'll just show up, it'll be red and it'll be glowing and it'll be weird, so you have to relog for it to appear. That should definitely be fixed before the next beta released. I mean, like, I know Blue Isle has priorities, but I think that would be pretty nice. And I really hope they add on to the building in the future, because it is really, really cool. I like it a lot. Also, you can build respawn points, mini mana lakes, mini health lakes, and much more to help you. And then there are also thrones, which I'm not 100% sure what they do. So far, the community for this game is great, and I really hope Blue Isle Studios continues to support the game and its massive following. Speaking of which, House Alcanthar is recruiting, and you guys should totally join it. There's going to be a link in the description below. The animals and the variety of them is good, but I would like to see them add to it. The one huge problem that everybody's talking about is the AI. Sad to say it, but it could definitely be improved. I kind of like how something would follow you across the map, but at the same time, it's very unbalanced and bad for the game, especially if trolls manage to aggro a level 60 dragon and bring it to its spawn location. Also, mobs won't follow you into the water, and all the AI bugs could definitely be fixed up a bit. We don't need a ranged enemy charging at us when they could just be shooting. It's easy like kind of like an orc with a crossbow or something. It's way too easy to kite an enemy, especially if you use that third person trick where you can, like, shoot behind you while still running at the same speed forward. And tamed creatures they seem to be pretty useless, as they don't always attack, and they're pretty much just meat shields. Because mobs go for you, they don't really seem to go for the tamed creatures. All in all, though, I really liked seeing this game and will 100% buy it when it comes out. The fast travel system is great, and I like how you just can't travel wherever you want, whenever you want. I also think there's a cost to it, though I'm not sure if that's implemented yet. The leveling system and the AI could definitely use a bit of work, because the leveling system is very, very grindy, but it's not as bad as some other games. They are getting there. The building system and the community is great, and weapons are pretty good, if there are just a few nerfs and buffs could be done. The game makes you work hard, and I love it for that. Overall, I would faux show recommend it, especially if they keep listening to the community like they are now. Me and many other YouTubers are trying to help support this game, but there is one other very noteworthy YouTuber in particular who seems extra dedicated. His name is Zagwitz, link below, and if you want another in-depth review / guide of this game, be sure to check him out. He's going to have a whole lot of more content coming out, and overall, he's a pretty cool guy. Definitely check him out. If you liked this video, be sure to hit that like button, and if you didn't like it, be sure to hit that dislike button as well, because it tells me what you guys like and what you don't. And if you liked it a ton, make sure to subscribe and click that bell next to it so you are notified of every single one of my uploads. Thank you for watching. This is Bribe Jupiter, signing off.